Rose, doing a little inner child reading for today. We got the spread posted so you can look at what we got. We're starting with the inner child oracle, and we got it is never truly the end, and let it come forth. So, it is never truly the end is a beautiful card. It's got the flowers and the garden, so it's like, we're walking through, we're set on this path, this new path. So even though it may look like it's the ending of something, it's really also a beginning of something. So we the message is, beloved, in this everything will be okay. So we get to this point where we think that when the end is there, that it's something finite, but while that thing may have ended, we are still going through to something new. That aspect is ended, that portion of our life may have ended, whatever may have been experiences has ended, but this is the beginning. We got these beautiful flowers that, pink, it's about heart, it's about love, it's about accepting and being willing to grow for this next phase. Endings are something that are inevitable, and they can be bittersweet because we're looking at the end, but we also have to look at and accept and embrace the beginnings that we are going to be experiencing. Feel whatever you're going to feel as far as it relates to what you are finishing, but as we're moving into this new phase, as we're going on this new path, this new journey, this new endeavor, it's the journey from that movie. If you know, it's the journey that is the important part. So we're about to embark on this new journey, this new phase, this new adventure. So be willing to move on to this new adventure, and make sure that, remember that you are protected on this, because even though it's on this path, we've got the flowers and the fauna and the flora on either side. So, they are protecting us, they are on our side, they are just letting us know that they're there, that you're not alone, that sometimes we feel alone and we may be just feeling that it's only you. It's never only you. There's always you're always protected. That's what they want to say. You're always protected. They're always there for you. They will always be there for you. Just need to take some time and open yourself up to the messages that they are trying to bring forth to you. And the next card is, let it come forth. So I just said bring forth to you, so let it come forth. Give yourself permission to feel it. So feel what you were feeling with this loss, this ending, but be prepared to feel what is coming. She's standing there, she's got her arm out, it's welcoming you, it's bringing you in. They're there for you. And we got this pink seems to be the color, and pretty much all the cards that we have, the underlying color seems to, there's a lot of pink, so it's a lot of heart action going on, a lot of love going on, a lot of flowers going on. So growth and new things, beginnings. It's about beginnings. Something is, it may have come to a close of that cycle, but as long as you remember it with the fact that this was the lesson that was coming forth, that this was something that was supposed to be, you can remember that, you can hold on to that, but don't let it overwhelm you in that, you feel such melancholy that you let it suck you back in, because there are times when things need to be let go, and you're saying it is time for that to let go. So in that letting go, it's time to bring forth. It's time to move forward into this next phase. It's time. It's just time. Saying it's time. So then the next cards that we got, so we had 19, which is a 1, and we got a 22, which is a 22. So this is a teaching lesson. It's something we need to learn, something that is being brought to us as a major lesson in life. So yeah, it was a lesson. We had to learn that. We had to go through that so we could go to this next phase, so that we could move on. Time to move on. Time to move on. This is saying it's time to move on. Time to let go and experience what is coming next for us. And then we got breath and life. So again, life, this new beginning, these flowers, all of these things are growing, all of these things are welcoming us onto this new path, this new journey. So, but also, as we are entering this new phase and realizing that it's not just the end, it's okay to take that breath to accept the inspiration, because inspiration is also a type of breath. So we're going to take in this new breath and accept that which is coming, this new life that is coming, this new beginning that is coming, this new adventure, this journey that we are about to embark on is waiting there for us. So as you breathe, I was saying take some time to breathe. You don't, sometimes we get in these situations and we just holding our breath, we're just holding on, as opposed to just naturally going through the flow, just naturally accepting this. And breath is important. Very, very few people can hold their breath more than a minute, and very few people can hold it much longer than that. So it's important to be able to breathe. And we tend to not breathe as we should. We talk about it all the time. If you look at how a newborn or an infant, how they breathe, they breathe in fully and completely so that their belly rises. And we tend to not breathe that way unless we are making a conscious effort to breathe that way. So we need to, as we're breathing in, expand your diaphragm, what seems to be your belly, expand that so that you are taking in all of the oxygen, the air that you can, and then you release all of that as far as you can go. And then there's different patterns that we can use, square breathing, circle breathing, all these different things. So they're also saying that is something that could be beneficial right now, to get into some type of breathing pattern. And some of the most beneficial patterns are ones where you inhale for, let's just say you hold it for 4. That means you don't inhale or exhale. Then you exhale for 4, and then you hold that out for 4. So you're not breathing or you're not exhaling or inhaling at that time, and you repeat that. And if you could just do 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes is not long, and you can even do it, while you're walking, or you're taking a break at work, or driving to work, sitting on the bus. Those things, you can take that time. Nobody has to know what you're doing. You can, of course, you're obviously not going to be able to talk when you're doing that, but breathing exercises are an important thing, because it's important to get air to all of your organs. That's why it's important to expand your abdomen, expand your diaphragm, so that you are able to get as much breath as possible, so that you can fully oxygenate your whole entire body. So be mindful of that we are working on this full breath that we are given. And then we also have gravity. And it's talking about groundedness. So it seems like, it might seem like it's a dichotomous situation, but, gravity is what causes things to be attracted to one another. So, the so-called apple fell from the tree and hit the ground. So the earth was pulling the apple to it. So, certain things are pulled to us. We have this pull. So as we are leaving behind, we are being pushed forward to the next thing. It's the gravity of the next thing that is pulling us, the new thing, this beginning, this adventure, this new phase in our life is pulling to bring us forward into this, whatever it is that is new. The unknown is calling us. It's asking you to come forward, to take that step. That, also in your being pulled forward, you also are making sure, you should make sure that you are being intentional with your steps. So you're walking with intention, you're moving forward with intention, and this intention is what is going to be the groundedness that we are asked to hold on to. As we are being pulled forward, you're also being grounded. So to be able to maintain both things, because in the duality is also the unity. So that's what we are being asked to do as we go on to this next phase of breath and the gravity and, being intentional. So as you're moving to this new path, letting go of what is the end, we are moving forward. Take me to the next phase, baby. If you know, you know. And again, we've got a lot of pink on here. We've got a lot of flowers on here. We've got a 27, which is a 9, so another ending. We've got a 39, which is a 12, which is a 3. So as we are moving forward, we may very well experience the company of others. We may be invited into something. So as we're going on this new path, we may meet others or join with others on this path. So be open to the journey, possibly with others. The joy of being with others, because pink is a joyful color, a happy color, and a peaceful color. So be mindful of those things and enjoy those things, and also take a minute, they're saying also take a minute to be grateful for what you have, because some people don't even have half of what you have. So be grateful. Just simple things. You don't have to be grateful for your Lamborghini or your Bugatti or anything like that, but be grateful that you woke up. Be grateful that you can walk. Be grateful that you can see, smell, taste, touch, hear. Be grateful for air, for sunlight. Just simple things. If just spend the time when you first get up, before you grab your phone, before you jump on social media, just take a moment to be grateful for just 3 things that you have been blessed with. And then we got, do not hide your light. So, you've been given this light, you've been given this, you have this gift, and you are being asked to not hide it anymore, to let it go, to share it. You're being asked to share the light that you have been giving. And It doesn't have to be some miraculous, spectacular thing. It could be, that you just hold space for somebody, that the fact that you listen well, because a lot of people don't listen. Some people tend to always want to try to, they listen, but they don't hear you. They're listening for that opportunity to say what it is that they want to say, as opposed to actually hearing what you are saying, meaning they are taking in what you are saying to give you that respect and that honor of the presence that you have. So this is a time for you, this gift that you have been given, to share that with somebody, to let it be seen, to let it be known, and you don't have to jump on top of a mountain and scream it at the top of your lungs or anything. But a lot of people have beautiful smiles, and somebody out there, that your smile is very beautiful. A lot of you have a smile that is very beautiful, and they're saying, to use that smile. You see somebody, smile at them, regardless of whether they smile back at you. Don't do things just because you have some expectation of what it is that you want, but just freely give what it is that you have. Freely share what it is that you have, because this that you have is longing to be out there. It wants to be seen. It wants to be known, and it's okay for you to share that. They're saying it's time that you let that be known. It's time to let that out. You don't have to hide it anymore. You are now free to freely give of what you have. And the last card that we had is the dog spirit, which is a 19, another 19. So we got two 19s, so that's 2 1s. So we've got 11, 22, we've got 1s. So we've got master numbers coming in of this oneness, master numbers coming in of this gateway, this opening, this portal. So again, we've got this path that we are on. So the path is 11. And then we've got the teacher of you being able to share your gifts, to expound on your gifts, to be willing to let it come forth, because you have been given that. You are allowed. They're saying it's time to let it come forth. And dog spirit is about being loyal to what you love. Those of you who have what we call pets, but are companions, I would rather say. Our companions, many of them come to us to help us along our journey. So this is to remind you that even though change, we left something behind, now we're going further, even though change is a part of life, that you are meant to grow, you're meant to evolve. We're on a spiral, we're not on a straight line, we're on a spiral. So each time we're going higher and higher onto the next level of what we are to experience. And again, they're saying that you are loved, you are protected, and that you are about to enter a phase of fortune, of good fortune, and that need to pay attention to. Again, like we said, the people are coming. Don't hide your light. There may be people coming along your way, letting it come forth, making sure that we're getting this breath in, that we had the 12, 39 to 12 and 3. So there may be people joining you on your path. So be ready for them to come and be willing to share your love. Again, you've got this pink on almost all of these cards. Shades of pink are on all the cards. So pink is very important. So love is very important. Growing is very important. And we are protected. Those of you who have had animal companions, especially dogs, but not only dogs, but you are protected and you don't need to be as afraid as you have been, that it is time, you are able to trust at this time that things are going to be coming towards you that are going to be for your highest good, for your highest interest, in alignment with your higher self. And yeah, that's it. So remember that you are loved and protected. Anyone who has a dog, your dog is, or dogs are saying that they are with you. They have always been with you, regardless of what may have been. They may not physically be here, but they are here with you, and they will always be with you. This is one of your great animal companions. One of your great spirit animals is the dog. If you see a dog, hear a dog, that's just confirmation of the message. So that's what we have. Hope you enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, leave us a comment. For those of you who are interested in energy work, Akashic Records, dragon magic, journaling, channeling, the information will be in the little box. We just had our grand release for our website, which is now available. spiritualalchemy.me is ready for you to check it out. And we hope to hear from some of you, all of you. And we will talk again soon. Peace.